This video shows how to select and design a custom printed tiled design for a HolidayCoro prop. Let's start on the actual product itself. When you're on the product page, if it's offered as printing, you'll see that there is an option for graphics on the front of this prop. So let's walk through all these different options and make sure that we get our prop properly ordered so that we can then put the graphics on it. So the first thing is of course what kind of lights you would like, and this is going to depend on what your particular thing. The most common would be pixel node or seed pixels. Now the material of the actual prop generally should be white with printing. The only real case is if you're printing a black background. Let's say you're doing witches hats with a black background. In that particular case, you would probably choose black. Either way, it will work. It just makes your colors stand out more, generally speaking, if it's white Coro. Now, this is the star of the show here. You'll go down here and you'll change from no printing to custom tiled design. And this is where you're going to, again, supply the specific color for or design for your particular prop. Then you of course have this color. So for solid colors we don't use that, and then if you need a pattern you may also be prompted for a splice plate. Now once you've got all that, submit your order in. Also note the product code again here is this particular item 6118. 6118 needs to be inserted into your design. And the reason for that is that if you submit graphics for multiple props, we need to know which graphic goes with which prop. So we want to make sure that your file name matches the actual prop that you're using. Okay, so we've gone to ChatGPT.com here. You do not need to purchase a paid license or subscription for this. Just go there and you can use it. Now, what you're going to do is in the chat box, simply start off with telling it what we want. We need to create a seamless tile graphic. Now, seamless tile graphics are essentially wallpaper. It's when you take a graphic and you simply line them up in a square or multiple squares. They will all align so that all the graphics of one graphic line up with the next section of the other graphic. And then what we do is we print these and tile this across your entire prop. Now, we also want it to print at a very high quality. Often, ChatGPT will produce lower quality graphics since it's easier for them. We want to tell it explicitly, we want to make this size graphic. And in most cases, it will produce this size graphic. And this will again produce a very clean output. We also want it to produce a PNG format file, which is a lossless format, and that ensures that any graphic that is created will get to us and print as cleanly as possible. Now the next step here is the name of the file. We're going to go ahead and just have ChatGPT make it the actual name. And that again comes from that product code on the product page. Name that specific to each individual product. Now, this is where the creative part comes in, and you can do anything you want. It could be Halloween, it could be Christmas, it could be Hanukkah, anything you want. In this particular case, I'm going to give it some general directions. I would like a Christmas theme with Rudolph reindeers and Santa faces. This is not a lot of real specifics here. Don't know what Santa's going to look like. I did make a little bit more clarification. I said I want it to be colorful and fun, so it'll look maybe more kids-like and comical, as opposed to maybe more formal. Now, I do have a very explicit requirement in this particular design. I say I want its background color to be this very specific shade of red. Maybe I have all my props that way. Now I should say that colors when defined may look different on your screen than when printed. So note that there can be some slight differences, but generally they're very close. All right, so we're going to go ahead and see what ChatGPT comes up with, and we're going to submit this and see what we have. All right, here's our design, and you will notice that you'll see here, for example, my nice little Rudolph here. See how his antler extends off the side? When combined over here with this section, this will then form a single design. So if you see here, his head's cut off and it appears back down here. So this is a seamless design. We now just need to download that file, and the file will download into my directory. Now, in this particular case, ChatGPT did not name it correctly, so you may need to rename it. So if this file works for you, You simply download it, send it to us. We'll have sent you an email asking for you to send the file or files, and we will make this design appear right on your prop.